Well, to the locals, it's still and will always be Heinz Field. But for the rest of us, we're along the north shore of the Allegheny and Ohio rivers at Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Straight ahead is what should be a very entertaining matchup between the New York Giants and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And we're underway from Pittsburgh. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. Darts coming out throwing. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
The Steelers calling their first time out. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. They send a man in motion. That's going to throw again here on 2nd and 10. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Patrick Queen in to pick it off. Into the house he goes. It's a pick 6 and a Pittsburgh touchdown. So we start our game off with a touchdown, Brock, but not on the side of the scoreboard that we were expecting.
Yeah, first drive on defense, the goal is to get off the field, maybe even flip the field with field position. But to score points yourself, it's not something they honestly consider too much. That is until he started that return, baby, and they saw things lining up perfectly for it to happen.
That one right down the middle. And the Steelers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Bronx. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Dart resetting here after the pick. This is Cuts. That's Slayton. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. It's like you always say, right back to work for him. Getting the drive moving like that turnover never happened.
And they weren't going to shy away from letting him do his thing, throwing the football. Mistakes happen in this league and in this game. And you never want to punish a quarterback for making a mistake. You want to see him continue to produce.
They kick the running back in motion. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And he's cut after a gain of about 2. Patrick Queen ranging in for the tackle.
Hey, not a bad play by any means. There's room for more, and they know it.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. From the gun, here's Dart. Couldn't connect right side, it's incomplete. That was Jamar Chase he was looking for there. And that takes them to 3rd down.
I can promise you that is a throw, and as a quarterback, when it leaves your hands, you do not want to flirt with as this game goes on. That is a prime one that DB could cut off and take the other way.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. 3rd and long, they're going to throw. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Not able to make a push for that goal line. He's hit for a loss back at the 3. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, you already got to have short memories. You tell me these two defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Went in the wrong direction the last play. Need to get forward 3 yards here on second and goal. Back to Henry. And he's backed up again as they stop him for another loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over it.
This is third and goal. They're backed up to the 9. Here he goes, third and long. And it's incomplete on third and goal. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And now it's decision time on fourth and goal. Up and good from Fairbairn. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
What a season this guy is having. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. And I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. Starting from the 5. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. All right, Steelers to the line now. First and 10. Drive begins with a run by Johnson. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10. Shotgun now for Stroud. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out.
That's a modest little drag route. But if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
About set. This is third and 5. On the gun, Stroud. Gets this one to Freiermuth. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. It almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
First down, Stroud. Going with a screen to Johnson. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Pickup of 12 on that play. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
And they get him out just just before he can move those chains, partner. It's a gain of 9 on first down. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit, and you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. He'll get them enough for a first down.
Move the chain! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Their opening drive continues. First and 10 now from the 39.
How? What's that? What? 18. What's up?
Throwing again. It's Stroud. Another one to Addison. They get to him after a small pickup to the 35. Tyron Newman with the tackle.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Here we go. Let's go. Swap. Mother swap. 19 Texas. 11. Yeah.
To the air yet again. It's Stroud. Finds the in route complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And the Steelers have a first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage, to make that in cut and make the catch.
And we will not get another play. That's going to do it for the first quarter. 7-3 is our score. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They're looking at yet another first and 10 on this drive.
South. Buggy. Hey, uno. Look the hot.
Here's Stroud again. Complete to DK Metcalf. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Here we go.
From the red zone now. Dropping this underneath. Johnson. And that's a Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers finish off their opening drive. So we're already into the second quarter, Brock, but that was just their opening drive of this football game. Fortunately, they did get a touchdown out of it.
Yep, and if opportunities with the ball are going to be as infrequent as they've been to start this game, you got to make each and one of those chances count. In that area, they are a perfect 1-for-1.
Going after up and good from Boswell. And the Steelers drive their lead to 11. Boswell on to send this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up first and 10. Darts out of the shotgun. Pocket isn't moving out. They're able to drop it. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for a second down.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
Good play on the football defensively. He knocks it away, and that's going to bring up third down.
hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. Third and long for him here. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. Well, most drives should end right there, but they beat the defense and converts on 3rd and 17.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure alters the throw.
And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 6 yards to pick up there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
It's on target to Johnson. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Henry. He's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if we see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here we go, Shaq. Go.
This is Henry on 2nd. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
You keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Dart setting in the throw here. Catch made, Tyrone Tracy. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Giants are going to have the first down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Flat out a tremendous call. Perfect timing to blitz corner, and the result proves it. There was barely time for the QB to set himself up to throw, let alone look downfield for a target before he was absolutely decked by somebody who I think enjoyed that chance to rush the passer.
And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an outcut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
So 3rd down and about a yard ahead as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More from Acrisure Stadium in just a moment. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Henry's going to try to pick it up. And this drive is going to continue. He's taken down at the 2 on 3rd down. And they've got themselves a 1st and goal.
That's one as a running back in this league, you got to convert every time. Teams really don't care if you're a Hall of Famer or an undrafted rookie. You can't get 1 yard for a first, they're going to start holding auditions for someone who can.
Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
They just could not even find a sliver of breathing room on that 1st down, and this is not an envious spot for this play caller to be in. I don't know what you go to now.
Henry will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively, you've stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
And he hobbles it in. Touchdown, New York. The Giants make it a 1-score game before halftime. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate. You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. What makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. He fields it from the 8. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
18. Okay. Look the hot. Look the hot.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be escorted out right along that 35-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. He's got it over the middle. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Why, Tony?
Second and manageable. He's throwing. And for the first time, one of his throws doesn't find a home. It's incomplete, but boy, what a streak he had to begin this game. Well, what a stretch to begin the game, Brock. That finally his first incompletion. He had been perfect across so many looks before that.
Hard. It's just hard to be perfect with that kind of precision. That was rhythm. It's truly rhythm personified.
Yeah, it makes you marvel at the NFL record, doesn't it? Slid this great note from our stats savant, Daniel Kitchen. Phillip Rivers owns that record, Brock. Up to the races, middle of the field. Oh, this big guy is moving. There it is. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers grow their lead just before halftime. Touchdown. I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen will be proud of. A big strike to the tight end, and I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
Now Boswell on to send this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Throwing on 1st down. It's Dart. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the one he was throwing for. So it'll be 2nd down.
With each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative, this quarterback, stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
The throw left side finds Johnson. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st down, New York.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Out of the gun this time. Here's Dart. This is Cox. That's Slayton. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. The Giants using their first time out. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 25 yards. First down.
Dart going to throw again. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play. Couldn't find Jamar Chase on that throw. So it's 2nd down coming up. From the gun, here's Dart. Completed to his running back. He's right up next to that first down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now.
Okay, it's pretty clear, isn't it? It's this constant pressure that this defense has imposed on this offense to keep them out of rhythm and build up this lead. This offense is not going to offer a comeback if this quarterback... continues to run for his life. Hey, whether it's a good hold or not, the process is the same for that kicker. He's going to catch some unfair blame on this one, Kate, because it was the snap that just set everything off. Not accurate enough, and that left the holder scrambling to try to get his job done, and none of them, unfortunately, could.
And he doesn't get much there on what turns out to be the final play of the half. Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. Here's a return from the 7. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10.
19 Texas. Look the hot.
To the air, Stroud. Caught into the hands of Freiermuth. And he is stumped with authority there, but that stump came later than they'd like as he gets a good bit and that 1st down. Gain of 26 yards there. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Johnson gets it on 1st and 10. He doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Cordell Flott there on the stop.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. Casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
All right. Hey, Uno Mars. Why Tony?
From the gun, Stroud. This is Metcalf working that right side. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
You know, they really love that Drake because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on them quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
He's across the 20, still going. And he's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Steelers have a first down.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
All right. 18. What's that? Uno.
From the red zone on first. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And now it's second down.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
Again, Stroud. Brought in. And this one doesn't go far.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Ow, what's that? What? Tony. 11.
Throwing on third down, Stroud. This throw's going to wind up incomplete. The intended target is running back, and the results, fourth down coming up. Here comes Chris Boswell in the Steelers field goal unit. A 27-yard look here. Boswell able to knock it through, and that extends their lead to 14.
Had the lead at the break, and the important thing is really to come out hot in the second half and add to it. Sure, you love touchdowns, but you'll take those 3 points as well.
This will end up as a touchback.
Take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up first and 10. Trying to throw this from the gun. Throw left side, caught by Neighbors. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And it's good for a New York first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
From the gun, it's Tracy. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
To throw, here's Dart. Complete, Derrick Henry. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
On first down, here's Dart. Hits him on the out route. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Last run got him 3. Here's second and 7. Darts out of the shotgun. Brought in close to the 8. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have first and goal.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. Second and goal coming up.
It's second down and goal.
Goes dark to the air. Not enough on this throw. It hits the turf instead of his man. First time this game they've looked to him. So they'll be left with 3rd and goal. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on.
He isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defensive down away from completing this stand. It's 4th and goal. So here's Kaimi Fairbairn, ready for the field goal try. From the same spot as an extra point here, 32 yards.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. His effort's going to get him to that 32-yard line before he's taken down. So nothing but a pair of field goals added to the board as we arrive at the end of our 3rd quarter. The Steelers up a couple of scores and in control of the football. First and 10 from the 32.
Here we go. At 18. That's it.
Stroud from the pistol. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Second and 3 now.
Quick, right?
18. What's that?
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Has him on the quick hitter. And no first down here. He's up to the 42-yard line. Another half yard, and he'd have had it.
There's no question, Kate, the big plays down the seam or with big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker-room favorite.
Stroud now on 3rd. That's caught. He's got Washington. And they're going to down him on contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the 2 of them.
First and 10 at the 43.
First and 10 from the 43.
Tony.
To the air yet again, it's Stroud. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Kid, I'm just kind of laughing because I could feel the armchair quarterbacks going, I can make that throw. And anybody who's actually made those throws says you have no idea what it feels like with everybody breathing down your neck. That play's got to be right, timed up right, and it certainly wasn't.
Throwing again, it's Stroud. Rolling into enemy territory. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. They got 21 yards on the play. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
You just got to love that angle, right? It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sail that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the first down.
Here's Stroud again. And Johnson once more. Along this sideline inside the 25. And he has it almost to the red zone down at the 21-yard line. It's 16 yards on that play. And the Steelers have a first down.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
18, what's that?
Shotgun handoff to Johnson. And that is exactly what they were after, Brock. A good 8-yard run there on first down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2.
Oh, Eric.
Algier running behind center. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers have likely left up the win right there. So great work by the running back there, Brock. He saw a little bit of space, took advantage, and he took it all the way for 6.
So good, Kate. You'll hear running back coaches say this: slow to and then explode through. And that's exactly what he did. Slow to the hole, but explodes for the touchdown.
That one splits the uprights. And the Steelers push their lead to 18.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Now Boswell on to send this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Out of the gun this time, here's Dart. Finds the in route complete. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. They gain 11 on that play. And the Giants are going to have the first down.
As any quarterback will tell you over the course of their career, it's not easy to deliver an accurate throw if you're about to get smacked.
Going on 1st down, it's Dart. He finds Neighbors right side. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Throw left side finds Johnson. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Moving quickly, trying to get set. Dart gonna throw again. Into traffic, complete. And they drop him right after that catch. He's down at the 22-yard line. A gain of 15 there. And it's good for a New York first down. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Giants hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. Darts back to throw. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it up.
I'll hear a lot of defensive coordinators say you've got to earn the right to rush the passer by doing work on the early downs. You know what this is, Kate? They've earned the right to be aggressive defensively with the work they did through 3 quarters, and this defense is cutting it loose.
The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Looking to Johnson to start this drive. Small gain there, maybe 3 if he's lucky to begin this drive. Now whistles and a timeout taken quickly by the defense. 1:50 left to go.
You know, that kind of gain may not take a safety out of the picture on the next play, but at least you won't have half your guys standing in the end zone on that next snap. That was a valuable little run right there.
It's Johnson on 2nd down. And he's not going to get the first. He made it real close, though. Timmy Bronk gets a gain of 5. 3rd down coming up. Timeout called, and that's going to be the 2nd for New York. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. 3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Oh, Eric. 118. What's that?
Again, this is Johnson. And his short game gets them a new set of downs. The Giants are going to call their final timeout here. That's all they had. So the offense free to start running the clock down now. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Hey.
On the ground again with Johnson. Saw the lane, hit it quick, call that a gain of 7. Nicely done.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. They'll toss it to Johnson. And he can't escape, Brock. They lose yards, but defensively, no timeouts left to stop the clock and take advantage. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
Here we go. Tony.
Johnson up the middle. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up 4th down.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got a tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
So make a check in the win column for the Steelers. And this thing of losing such a close one the week before, apparently still at the forefront of their minds. They got out there and rebounded nicely with a win this week. So for my partner Brock Huard and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports.